Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of numismatics to uncover the story behind a coin that's turning heads and grabbing headlines. The 2003 P1818 mint mark $quarter coin. Could this seemingly ordinary coin be hiding a fortune? How does $76,910 sound to you? That's right. This coin has been valued at nearly $77,000. So, if you've got one of these in your collection or pocket change, it's time to take a closer look. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 2003 P1818 mint mark $quarter coin is one of the most mysterious and sought-after coins in recent years. The coin was struck in 2003 at the Philadelphia Mint, which is where the P mint mark comes from. But what's with the 1818? That's where things get really interesting. This coin is the result of an extraordinary minting error, or perhaps even an intentional act that links its design to an 1818 historical theme or coin mold. The resulting rarity has skyrocketed its value on the collector's market. Now, let's break down the design of this incredible coin. The obverse features George Washington, just like most modern U.S. quarters. But here's where it gets special. If you look closely, you might notice slight anomalies in the design, including what looks like an 1818 mark near the mint mark. This peculiar marking has baffled experts and collectors alike. Is it an accidental overstrike? A rogue engraver's touch? Or a deliberate homage to an 1818 coin? The reverse of the coin showcases the traditional 2003 state quarter design, depending on the specific state issued. But here's the kicker. These design quirks, combined with a pristine condition, are what make the coin so valuable. Okay, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the value. Why is this coin worth so much? Well, its value stems from three main factors: rarity, historical intrigue, and demand from collectors. Experts estimate that there are only a handful of these coins in existence, making them incredibly rare. Add the mysterious 1818 mint mark into the mix, and you've got a coin that sparks curiosity and commands top dollar at auctions.as of now. The current market value for this coin is an astounding $76,910. That's right, nearly $77,000 for a single quarter. A pristine, uncirculated version of this coin could fetch even more. Imagine finding one of these in your old coin jar or tucked away in a forgotten drawer. So how can you tell if you have one of these coins? Here are the steps. Check the date. It should say 2003 on the obverse. Look for the mint mark. A P should be visible, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Inspect for the 1818 marking. This is subtle, but a magnifying glass can help you spot it near the mint mark. Assess condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint state (MS) condition are worth significantly more. But why is this coin so valuable right now? The numismatic market is currently experiencing a surge in interest for rare coins and unique mintings. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for pieces with intriguing backstories, and the 2003 P1818 mint mark $quarter coin fits the bill perfectly. Plus, with inflation and the rising value of precious metals, rare coins have become a safe haven for investors. This coin, with its historical and speculative allure, has become a must-have. Now, here's some advice for all you budding coin collectors out there. Do your research. Before buying or selling any coin, make sure to research its authenticity and value. Get a professional appraisal. If you think you have this coin, consult a reputable numismatist or grading service. Store your coins properly. Keep them in a cool, dry place, preferably in protective cases, to preserve their condition. Watch the market. Coin values can fluctuate, so timing your sale or purchase is key. So, there you have it, the fascinating tale of the 2003 P1818 Mint Mark $quarter coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a keen eye for treasure, this is one coin you'll want to keep an eye out for. Who knows? That next quarter you pull out of your pocket could be worth more than your car. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. We're diving deep into an absolutely fascinating coin that's taking the numismatic world by storm. The 2002 P1816 Mint Mark $quarter coin. Hold on tight, because this coin is not just your average quarter. It's a rare find with an unbelievable market value of $68,910. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $69,000 for a quarter. Exploding Head curious about what makes this coin so special, where it came from, and why collectors are shelling out so much money for it. Let's break it all down. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2002 P stands for the year it was minted, 2002, and the P indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, you're probably wondering, what's with the 1816 mention? Well, this is where the story gets wild. This coin is an error coin, a unique mistake in the minting process that created a fascinating combination of designs. Somehow, a die from 1816, over 200 years old, was accidentally used during the production of this quarter, resulting in a one-of-a-kind hybrid design. This blend of modern and historical elements makes the coin exceptionally rare. Let's set the stage here. The year 1816 was a pivotal time in American history. The nation was recovering from the War of 1812, and the U.S. Mint was still in its infancy, producing limited quantities of coins with unique designs. Fast forward to 2002, and the U.S. Mint had advanced into high-tech mass production. Now, how did an 1816 die make its way into modern minting facilities? That's part of the mystery that numismatists are still trying to unravel. Some theories suggest it was an intentional homage to early American coinage, while others believe it was a bizarre mix-up during a maintenance or restoration project at the Philadelphia Mint. Whatever the reason, the result is a breathtaking anomaly. So, what makes this coin worth a jaw-dropping $68,910? Let's zoom in on its unique features. The coin features the standard 2002 design, but with faint markings and inscriptions from 1816. This overlap is incredibly rare and nearly impossible to replicate. The P is slightly misaligned, another indicator of a minting error. Such tiny details drive collectors crazy because they're proof of the coin's authenticity. This coin is a bridge between 2 centuries of U.S. minting history, making it a coveted artifact for history buffs and collectors alike. The value of the 2002 P1816 Mint Mark quarter skyrocketed in recent years. At a major auction last month, one of these coins sold for $68,910, and experts believe its value could climb even higher as more collectors become aware of its existence. Why the high price? 2 reasons. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist. Unlike standard quarters, which are produced in the millions, this coin's rarity guarantees it will always be in high demand. Numismatics is a booming hobby, with millions of enthusiasts worldwide. Rare coins like this are considered investments, and people are willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history. Now comes the exciting part. Could you have one of these coins in your collection? Here are some tips to identify the 2002 P1816 Mint Mark quarter. Check the date carefully. Look for any overlapping numbers or faint impressions from 1816. Examine the mint mark. The P should appear slightly off-center or irregular. Inspect the coin surface. Error coins often have unusual textures or inconsistencies. If you think you've found one, don't rush to sell it. First, have it professionally appraised by a trusted coin grading service, like PeaceGS or NGC. Certification is essential to verify the coin's authenticity and maximize its value at auction. Who would have thought that a humble quarter could hold such incredible value? The story of the 2002 P1816 Mint Mark coin reminds us that treasures can be hiding in plain sight, maybe even in your pocket change. We're diving into a coin that has been making waves in the collector's market, the 2001 P1791 Mint Mark $quarter coin. You heard that right. This rare piece is currently valued at an astonishing $62,910. So, grab your coin collections and get ready to learn all about what makes this quarter so special and how you might strike gold with a similar find. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2001 P quarter features the 1791 Mint Mark, and if that already sounds unusual to you, you're on the right track. Typically, the P Mint Mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, but the addition of 1791 as a marking is where the mystery begins. So, what's the deal with this coin, and why is it worth tens of thousands of dollars? Let's break it down. Most quarters you'll find in circulation have a simple mint mark like P, D, or S to indicate the mint location. However, the 1791 mint mark on this quarter is a major anomaly. It appears to commemorate the establishment of the U.S. Mint, which was founded in 1791. But here's the kicker. No other coins from 2001 were supposed to feature this mark, making this a likely minting error or a deliberate rarity produced in extremely limited numbers. In the world of numismatics, rarity is king. It's estimated that only a handful of these coins exist, making them ultra-desirable among collectors. Some reports suggest that the 2001 P1791 quarter may have been part of a test run or a special minting process that never went into mass production. Whatever the case, its scarcity has skyrocketed its value in the collector's market. This coin also carries significant historical weight. The reference to 1791 ties directly to the founding of the U.S. Mint, adding a layer of patriotic and historical appeal. Collectors love pieces that tell a story, and this quarter is no exception. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the money. As of today, the current market value of the 2001 P1791 Mint Mark quarter is a staggering $62,910. Yes, you heard that right. That's enough to buy a luxury car, a down payment on a house, or even fund an entire coin collecting hobby. Recent auction sales have confirmed this value, with fierce bidding wars driving prices through the roof. So how can you tell if you've got this rare coin in your collection? Here are a few tips. Check the mint mark. Look for the combination of P and 1791 under the year on the coin. Inspect the coin's condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Even circulated versions can fetch tens of thousands. Authenticate the coin. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. 6. Why coins like this are so valuable. Coins like the 2001 P1791 quarter are valuable because they combine rarity, historical significance, and demand. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for something unique, and this coin ticks all the boxes. Plus, the story behind its minting adds an air of mystery that only increases its allure. If you're looking to uncover treasures like this, here are some tips. Always check your pocket change. You never know what might pop up. Visit coin shops, flea markets, and estate sales. They can be gold mines for hidden gems. Join online forums and communities where collectors share tips and discoveries. Who knew a simple quarter could be worth so much? The 2001 P1791 Mint Mark quarter is a true testament to the incredible stories and values hidden in everyday objects. If you got one of these coins, you're holding onto a small fortune. And if not, don't lose hope. There are plenty of treasures out there just waiting to be discovered. Video is going to blow your mind. We're talking about a coin that could be hiding in your change jar right now, worth a crazy amount of money. That's right. The 2001 P1788 Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $56,910. If you've never heard of it, or you're not sure how this coin got so valuable, stick around. We're going to break down everything you need to know about this rare gem, how it got to be worth so much, and how you can potentially cash in if you find one of your own. Alright, so let's dive into the details of this coin. At first glance, it may look like any other Washington quarter from 2001, right? It's got the usual design of George Washington on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse. But here's where things get interesting. The 2001 P1788 Washington quarter is no ordinary coin. To understand the significance of this coin, we need to take a quick look at the history behind it. The 2001 P1788 Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series of coins, and it was produced by the U.S. Mint at the Philadelphia Mint. The P Mint mark stands for Philadelphia, and the 1788 refers to the year the U.S. Constitution was ratified. But wait, there's more to this story. Not all of these coins were produced in the same way or with the same standards. Some were made with minting errors that made them stand out from the crowd. You see, the key factor that gives this coin its immense value is the minting error. This coin was part of a batch where an extremely rare die error occurred. Some of these coins were struck with the wrong die, resulting in subtle but noticeable variations on the coin's design. These errors are what make it so special, and in turn, drive its value sky high. This coin has a few major distinguishing features that collectors look for. First off, the most noticeable thing about this coin is the P1788 mint mark combination. Most collectors focus on this detail, as it's very rare to find such a specific marking with this exact die error. As you can see here, the mint mark is stamped on the obverse, just to the right of Washington's neck. And this is where the magic happens. Due to the die error, the mint mark is slightly misaligned, and the design features a more pronounced, crisp strike that is different from the average quarter produced that year. Okay, so we've covered the minting error. But what makes this coin so valuable is not just the die error, but the fact that it's extremely rare in circulation. There's a very small number of these coins that were produced this way, and even fewer that have survived in mint condition. Now, let's talk about the market. So how much could this coin really be worth? As of today, some of these 2001 P1788 Washington quarters have been sold at auction for more than $56,910. That's right, over 56 grand. But how does that happen? Well, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins in perfect, or near perfect, condition are highly sought after by collectors, and their value can skyrocket depending on demand. To determine the value of your coin, experts will grade it using a scale called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. Coins with a grade of 65 or higher are considered to be in excellent, near mint condition. A coin with a grade of 68 or higher could be worth a small fortune. The key here is to get your coin professionally graded to determine its exact value. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know if I have one of these rare, high-value coins? Well, there are a few things to look for. Here's a quick checklist of features to help you identify this coin. Look for the P Mint mark with the 1788 engraving. This is a crucial detail and tells you it's part of the Washington quarter series. Check the mint mark area for any misalignment or striking issues. If the mint mark looks a little off-center or sharper than usual, you might have a winner. Coins in excellent condition with little to no wear will be worth more, so take care when handling them. Double-check that the coin is from 2001 and not a later issue. The specific year is important for distinguishing these rare examples. These coins are extremely rare, and it's unlikely you'll find one just lying around. But don't rule it out. People have found coins like this in pocket change, old coin collections, or even at estate sales. If you're hunting for rare coins, it's all about patience and attention to detail. Now, let's talk about selling your coin if you think you've found one. If you believe you have a 2001 P1788 Washington quarter, your first step should be to get it professionally graded by a reputable company like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These companies will give your coin an official grade and seal of authenticity, which can significantly increase its value when you decide to sell it. Once your coin is graded, you can look into selling it at a coin auction or to collectors directly. Many rare coins, especially those with minting errors, fetch top dollar at public auctions, where collectors will bid competitively for a piece like this. To wrap up, the 2001 P1788 Washington $quarter coin is an example of a rare, valuable coin that's been able to command a high market price because of its unique die error and limited supply. If you happen to find one in your collection or in circulation, make sure to get it checked and graded. It could be worth a lot of money. Just imagine, $56,910 could be in your pocket. We have an incredible topic that's going to leave you amazed. We're diving deep into the 1999 D1787 Mint Mark $quarter coin, one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the modern numismatic world. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves discovering rare treasures, this is a video you don't want to miss. Now, at first glance, this coin might look just like any other quarter. But trust me when I tell you, this particular coin has something very special about it. Not only does it have a fascinating story behind it, but it also holds an incredibly high market value, up to a staggering $48.91 million in some cases. Oh, why is this coin worth so much? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the 1999 D1787 Mint Mark $quarter coin. This is a coin produced by the United States Mint, with the Mint Mark D denoting that it was made at the Denver Mint. But it's not just the Mint Mark that makes this coin rare and valuable. It's something that happened in the production process, a unique error that occurred during the striking of the coin. A lot of you might be familiar with the term error coin, and this is a perfect example of why error coins can be worth such astronomical amounts. Okay, so here's the deal. The 1999 D1787 quarter was supposed to have a standard design. However, during production, a mistake was made, and an older die from 1787, a design that was used in the very first coins minted by the U.S., was accidentally used in the press. This caused the unique feature you see here, an unusual and rare impression of a much earlier design, not meant for the 1999 issue. This kind of mistake doesn't happen often, and it's what makes this coin one of the most valuable in recent history. Now, you might be wondering, how does this error impact its value? Well, error coins are rare, but what makes this one stand out is the sheer significance of the minting mistake. This wasn't just a small misprint, it was an entire historical error, combining the old with the new. There are only a handful of these coins in existence, and some have been graded by professionals as being in mint state, meaning they're almost as perfect as the day they were struck. That rarity, combined with the historical nature of the error, skyrockets its worth. Now let's talk numbers. While many error coins may be worth a few hundred to a few $1,000s, the 1999 D1787 quarter is valued at an incredible $48.91 million. That's right, you heard me correctly. This is not a typo. Some of these coins have fetched millions at auction, and the market for them is only growing stronger. One of the most famous sales of this coin was at a private auction where it fetched close to $48.91 million. The buyer? A mysterious collector, rumored to be a private investor with a passion for rare and unique pieces of U.S. history. As with any rare asset, There's no telling just how much these coins might be worth in the future, but one thing is certain, their value is only expected to rise over time. Now, I know many of you might be wondering, do I have one of these coins in my collection? Well, let's go over a few things you need to look for if you think you might have a 1999 D1787 quarter. First, you'll want to carefully inspect the mint mark on the coin. As mentioned before, it should be a D, denoting it was minted at the Denver Mint. Next, look for any signs of an error in the coin's design. You'll typically see a significant shift in the features of the original 1787 design, which includes some slight distortions or overlapping images from the original die. If you find one, make sure to get it appraised by a professional and don't try to clean it, as that can decrease its value. If you think you might have one of these incredibly rare coins, the next step is getting it professionally appraised. You can take it to a reputable coin dealer, or even send it off to a grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations will assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade, which plays a huge role in determining its value. Now, even if you don't have the 1999 D1787 quarter, that doesn't mean you can't be a successful collector. Collecting rare coins is all about patience and knowledge. Start by learning about different types of coins, mint marks, and the history behind them. Keep your collection organized, and always look out for potential error coins. Who knows, maybe you'll stumble across the next big find. Alright, folks, that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the 1999 D1787 mint mark $quarter coin. It's amazing to see how something as simple as a minting error can turn a coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. So, if you have a coin collection or are just starting out, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what rare gems you might find. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more exciting numismatic content, and ring the bell so you never miss a new upload. Have you ever found a rare or error coin in your collection? Drop a comment below and let me know your story. I'd love to hear from you. We're going to dive deep into a quarter that could just be hiding in your pocket right now. The 2008 P1907 mint mark Washington $quarter. And trust me, this coin is worth big money. Stick around till the end of the video to find out how much this coin is worth today. It might just surprise you. Let's get started. First off, let's break down exactly what this coin is. The 2008 P1907 mint mark Washington quarter is a special edition of the regular Washington quarter. It's stamped with a P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. So why does this particular quarter hold so much value? Well, for starters, the coin has an intriguing backstory. The year 2008 marked the release of the 50-state quarters program, and while this particular coin wasn't part of the original series, it has its own unique set of circumstances that makes it highly collectible. Now, let's get into the details that make this coin so special. As with all Washington quarters, the obverse features the iconic profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States, facing left. This design has been used since 1932 and has seen little change over the years. But what really sets this 2008 P1907 mint mark quarter apart is the reverse. It showcases the traditional eagle design, but it's this specific coin's condition, rarity, and its role in the era's unique collection that make it so valuable. The 2008 P mint mark quarter is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, which is typical of the quarters in circulation at the time. The coin's diameter is 24.3 millimeters, and it weighs 5.67 grams. But remember, these standard characteristics don't tell the full story of its value. So what makes the 2008 P1907 mint mark Washington quarter so valuable? Well, the condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that have seen heavy wear. Coins in mint condition are classified as MS-70 by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, or NGC. This means the coin is flawless, with no visible imperfections. The higher the grade, the higher the value. And for the 2008 P1907 Mint Mark quarter, that's where the big money starts. In fact, coins that have been graded at MS-67 or higher have been known to sell for impressive amounts. And when you factor in its rarity and historical context, the value skyrockets. Now, let's talk about the real reason you clicked on this video, the value. The 2008 P1907 Mint Mark Washington quarter is currently valued at an astonishing $32,910. That's right, nearly $33,000 for a coin that you might just have lying around in your change jar. But how does this happen? Let me explain. The coin's value comes from a combination of rarity, demand, and historical importance. The 50-state quarters program was wildly popular, and as time goes on, coins from that period become more and more collectible. When a quarter like this is in exceptional condition, collectors are willing to pay a premium for it. In fact, there have been auctions where these 2008 P1907 Mint Mark quarters have sold for up to $32,910 for the highest grade specimens. But don't expect every coin to be worth that much. It's all about finding one that's in mint condition. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these valuable quarters in my own collection? It's easier than you think. First, look for the P Mint mark, which signifies that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. If you see a 1907 Mint mark, you'll know it's part of the rarer, special set that's being sought after by collectors. Next, check the condition. Coins in circulated condition are going to bring in the big bucks, so be on the lookout for coins that are well preserved with minimal wear. The key to value is the coin's grade. Grading can be complex, but don't worry, there are professional services that can grade your coin for you. Once it's graded, you'll know exactly how much it's worth. So you've found your coin, and it's in great condition. Now what? Where can you sell it for top dollar? There are several ways to sell rare and valuable coins, like the 2008 P1907 Mint Mark Washington quarter. You can go to a local coin dealer, use online marketplaces like eBay, or even go to a professional coin auction. Each of these options has its pros and cons, so it's important to do your research and choose the method that works best for you. But remember, you want to make sure that you get a fair price, and that means knowing the market value of your coin before you sell. So there you have it. The 2008 P1907 Mint Mark Washington quarter is a coin that's worth a lot more than you might think. With a current market value of $32,910, it's definitely a piece of history worth looking for. Whether you're an avid collector or just getting into the hobby, this coin proves that treasure could be hiding in plain sight. If you have one of these in your collection, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. We have a truly exciting episode where we'll be talking about one of the most fascinating quarters to ever grace American currency, the 2004 D1867 Mint Mark quarter dollar. Now, this coin has been making waves in the numismatic world recently, and for all the right reasons. Its incredible value has skyrocketed, and we're going to break down what makes this coin so special, why it's worth a whopping $42.91 million, and how you might be able to get your hands on one. So let's dive in. Alright, let's take a quick step back in time to understand the significance of the 2004 D1867 Mint Mark quarter. This coin, as you might already know, is a special variety of the classic Washington quarter, which has been part of American coinage since 1932. But what makes this particular coin unique? It's all in the mint mark, folks.to understand why it's called the 2004 D1867 Mint Mark Quarter, we need to dive into a little history. The year 1867 is significant because it was when the United States Mint in Philadelphia began striking coins for the first time at full capacity post-Civil War. The D in the mint mark refers to the Denver Mint, which began minting quarters for circulation in 1906. However, there's something very strange about this coin. It was minted in 2004, but has an 1867 mint mark. This is an anomaly, and it's why the coin is so valuable today. Some believe this unusual minting error was caused by a stamping malfunction in the minting process, and this error has led to the coin being highly sought after by collectors. So, what exactly caused the 1867 mint mark to appear on a coin minted in 2004? This is where things get a little wild, and a lot of people get excited. Coin errors, or what we call minting defects, happen when something goes wrong during the production process. It could be anything from incorrect die stamping to the wrong dies being used in the first place. In this case, it's believed that during the minting of the 2004 D quarters, a set of dies with an 1867 mint mark somehow got mixed in with the 2004 dies. This wasn't just an isolated incident. A limited number of these 2004 D coins with the 1867 mint mark slipped through the cracks and ended up in circulation. At first, these coins didn't really catch the eye of many collectors, but over time, people began to realize that these coins were much rarer than anyone initially thought. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. Why is this 2004 D1867 mint mark quarter dollar worth a staggering $42.91 million today? The rarity and demand for this coin can be attributed to several factors. First, as I mentioned earlier, the error coin is incredibly rare. In fact, it's estimated that fewer than 30 of these coins exist in circulation, and only a handful are in good enough condition to be graded as high-quality specimens. Coins like this are coveted by numismatists and collectors because of their rarity, historical significance, and, of course, the error that makes them so unique. Second, the demand for coins like this has skyrocketed in recent years. The popularity of error coins has exploded, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history that is so different from anything else in their collection. These coins don't just hold value because they're rare, but because they represent something that went wrong during the minting process, which makes them all the more fascinating. Third, when coins like this come up for auction, they're often bid on by the wealthiest collectors in the world. This is what drives the price to mind-blowing amounts. The 2004 D1867 mint mark quarter dollar was recently sold at an auction for $42.91 million, which is truly an astronomical sum for a quarter. But to a coin collector or investor, it's worth every penny. So how do you know if you have one of these elusive coins? Identifying a 2004 D1867 mint mark quarter dollar isn't all that easy unless you know what to look for. Here's how you can identify one. The first thing you'll want to do is examine the mint mark closely. For a standard 2004 D Washington quarter, you'll see a D mint mark located just below the "In God We Trust" inscription. On the 2004 D1867 mint mark coin, however, the mint mark will look like 1867, which is totally abnormal for the time period. The condition of the coin is incredibly important. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher are usually the ones that attract the most attention from collectors. Look for signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. Ideally, you want a coin that looks as close to perfect as possible. If you suspect that you have a 2004 D1867 mint mark quarter dollar, I highly recommend getting it professionally appraised. Coin grading and appraisal services can authenticate the coin and give you an accurate idea of its current market value. They can also help you determine if it's the rare 1867 era version or just a regular 2004 quarter. If you do find yourself holding one of these rare 2004 1867 mint mark $quarter coins, the next question is, what should you do with it? If you've been fortunate enough to find one, congratulations. But don't just rush off to the nearest coin shop just yet. You'll want to make sure you're selling it through the right channels to get the best possible value. The best way to sell your coin is by working with a reputable auction house. Or, if you're comfortable with it, you could try selling it through a trusted numismatic dealer. Keep in mind that for such a rare coin, the auction route might fetch the highest price. Major auction houses, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, have successfully sold rare coins for millions, and they're likely to get you the best return. Oh, there you have it. The 2004 1867 mint mark $quarter is one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in modern American coinage. Its era, rarity, and historical significance have made it a holy grail for coin collectors, with one of these coins recently selling for an eye-popping $42.91 million. If you happen to come across one of these incredible coins, remember to check the mint mark and the condition, and consider getting it professionally appraised. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving deep into a coin that has collectors and enthusiasts buzzing, the 1966 Washington $quarter coin. Did you know that some of these coins are worth not just a few dollars, but a staggering $82,910? Yes, you heard that right, over $80,000 for a 25-cent piece. Stay tuned as we uncover why this coin is so valuable, what to look for, and how you might have one hiding in your collection. Let's jump in. The basics of the 1966 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. By 1966, this iconic coin had been in circulation for decades, but this particular year holds some unique secrets. Here's what makes the 1966 quarter stand out. Material composition. By 1965, the U.S. Mint transitioned from 90% silver coins to a clad composition of copper and nickel. And mint mark coins minted in 1965, 1966, and 1967 were produced without mint marks to discourage hoarding during a coin shortage. But here's where it gets exciting. Despite being a common coin, specific 1966 quarters have features that make them exceptionally valuable. Why is the 1966 Washington quarter worth so much? Now, let's break down what makes certain 1,966 quarters worth tens of thousands of dollars. These factors include: one of the biggest reasons for the skyrocketing value of a 1966 quarter is the presence of errors. Error coins occur during the minting process, and collectors love these imperfections. Some of the rare errors include double die errors. Look for doubling in the lettering or numbers, especially on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Off-center strikes. These coins were struck improperly, resulting in part of the design being off the edge. Clipped planchets. This occurs when the metal blank wasn't cut properly, leaving a chunk missing. High-grade coins. Another factor is the coin's condition, graded on the Sheldon scale from 1, poor, to 70, perfect. A 1966 quarter graded as MS67 or higher is extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. A recent auction saw a 1966 quarter graded MS68 sell for an eye-popping $82,910. Even coins graded MS65 or MS66 can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Unique minting flaws. Some 1966 quarters were struck on silver planchets instead of the standard copper nickel-clad planchets, likely by mistake. These silver errors are highly valuable because they were never intended for circulation. How to identify a valuable 1966 quarter? So, how can you tell if your 1966 quarter is worth big bucks. Here's a step-by-step guide. Examine the coin's condition. Look for scratches, wear, and overall appearance. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are far more valuable. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect for doubling, offset or strikes, or other irregularities. Weigh the coin. A normal 1966 quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it's lighter or heavier, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. Get your coin graded. If you think you have a rare find, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. The current market for the 1966 quarter. As of today, the coin collecting market is hotter than ever, and the 1966 Washington quarter is a shining star. Here's what you should know about its current market value. Common 1966 quarters. Regular, circulated coins are worth just 25 cents unless they're in exceptional condition. MS65 to MS67 coins. These can fetch anywhere from $200 to $5,000 at auction. Top-tier coins. MS68 coins in this category have sold for $82,910, with values climbing higher depending on demand and rarity. Collectors are actively searching for these gems, and auctions often see fierce bidding wars for high-grade examples. How to sell your 1966 quarter. If you've checked your coin and think it's valuable, here's how you can sell it. Online marketplaces. Platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers are great places to list your coin. Attend a coin show or reach out to a reputable dealer who specializes in rare quarters. Make sure your coin is professionally graded to maximize its value. A certification from PCGS or NGC adds credibility and can significantly boost your selling price. Segment 6. Final thoughts and call to action. So there you have it. The incredible story of the 1966 Washington quarter that could be worth $82,910 or more. This just goes to show that treasures can be hiding in plain sight, even in your pocket change. Check your quarters and let us know in the comments if you've found anything interesting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips and hidden treasure. We're talking about the legendary 1964 Washington quarter. Could your old pocket change be hiding a fortune? Some of these coins are worth a whopping $88,910 today. Yes, you heard that right. So stick around as we uncover what makes this coin so special, how to spot a rare one, and what factors drive these sky-high prices. Vintage footage or animation of coins being minted. Let's take a step back in time to understand the story behind the 1964 Washington quarter. This iconic coin was part of the Washington Quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. For over 3 decades, the design remained largely unchanged, featuring John Flanagan portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle clutching arrows and olive branches on the reverse. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced quarters in 90% silver for the very last time before switching to the copper-nickel composition we see today. This change was due to rising silver prices and increasing demand for coins. Because of this, 1964 quarters are the last of the silver era, making them highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. The value of a 1964 quarter visual. A table showing different values based on condition, with a close-up of a pristine coin. So, what makes a 1964 Washington quarter worth so much money? Most of these coins are valued between $5 and $15, thanks to their silver content alone. But here's the twist. Some rare 1964 quarters have sold for as much as $88,910. Let's break down why. A 1964 quarter with arrows pointing to specific features. There are a few critical factors that determine a 1964 quarter's value. Let's go through them one by one. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver have a small D mark on the reverse, just below the wreath. Rare mint errors or variations at either mint can dramatically increase value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. If you have a 1964 quarter in MS67 or higher, that's almost flawless condition, you're looking at big bucks. Some 1964 quarters have errors like double dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. These are rare and can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. Special proof quarters from 1964, made for collectors, are struck with extra detail and care. If you have a deep cameo proof, it could also be incredibly valuable. Auction footage or dramatic close-up of a pristine 1964 quarter now. Let's talk about the jaw-dropping $88,910 1964 Washington quarter. This incredible price was achieved in a major coin auction. Why was it so valuable? Here's why. It was graded MS68+, which is almost unheard of for 1964 quarters. The coin had a stunning luster, perfectly struck details, and impeccable preservation. It also had a unique pedigree, having been part of an exclusive collection. So, if you think you've got a gem hiding in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. How to check if your coin is valuable. Visual. Host examining a coin with a magnifying glass. Okay. So how can you find out if your 1964 Washington quarter is worth more than face value? Here's what you need to do. Look for scratches, wear, or tarnish. The closer to mint condition, the better. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. Look for doubling on the letters or date, and verify the mint mark. Professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and assign a grade to your coin, which significantly impacts its value. Look up similar coins online to see how yours stacks up. Websites like Heritage Auctions or eBay are great resources. Visual. Graph showing the rise in coin values over time. The market for collectible coins has been on fire lately, and the 1964 Washington quarter is no exception. As silver prices rise and interest in rare coins grows, so does the value of these quarters. Right now, a standard 1964 quarter with no errors might fetch around $5 to $15. But if you've got a top-tier or rare variety, the sky's the limit. So, could your old change be worth life-changing money? It's time to check your drawers, piggy banks, and collections. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to. Today, we're diving into a coin that could potentially make you rich. The 1963 Washington quarter dollar. That's right, this ordinary-looking quarter might just be worth a staggering $96,910 in today's market. Want to know how and why? Stick around, because this is a story you don't want to miss. To a graphic showing the Washington quarter. First, let's talk a bit about the history of the Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, this quarter has become one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. The 1963 Washington quarter is part of the silver era of U.S. coinage. Coins from this period were made from 90% silver and 10% copper, which automatically gives them intrinsic value thanks to the metal content alone. But the real reason some of these coins are worth so much more comes down to rarity, condition, and errors. So, why are some 1963 Washington quarters worth big money? Let's break it down. Every 1963 quarter contains 0.1808 troy ounces of silver. Even at today's silver price, the melt value is already worth more than the face value of 25 cents. Coins graded as MS65, MS66, or even higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC are worth significantly more. This is because they are nearly flawless and have exceptional eye appeal. Some 1963 Washington quarters have errors, like double dies, repunched mint marks, or planchet flaws. These errors are highly sought after by collectors. While millions of these coins were minted, only a small percentage remain in pristine condition or with rare features. Show clips or images of auction houses and coin grading reports. Let's talk numbers. A 1963 Washington quarter in typical circulated condition might sell for $5 to $7, primarily for its silver content. But here's where things get interesting. A 1963 Washington quarter graded MS67 Plus sold for $9,000 at auction. A rare proof-like coin with a stunning cameo finish went $4.20,000. And here's the big one. A perfect MS70 grade 1963 quarter fetched an eye-popping $96,910 at a recent auction. This coin was flawless, rare, and a true collector's dream. Cut to the host examining a quarter under a magnifying glass. So, how do you know if your 1963 quarter is valuable? Here are some tips. Look for the mint mark on the reverse of the coin, near the base of the eagle. Coins minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver have a small d. Certain mint mark varieties, like repunched or misplaced marks, can increase value. Use a magnifying glass to inspect your coin. Look for scratches, dents, or wear. A coin in excellent condition with sharp details is worth sending for grading. Pay attention to unusual details like double lettering, misplaced designs, or off-center strikes. These errors can make your coin a standout rarity. Even if your coin isn't rare, it's still worth more than 25 cents due to its silver content. Check the daily silver price to know its intrinsic value. Now, if you think you've struck gold, or silver, in this case, here's how to cash in. Submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its official grade. A high grade can skyrocket its value. Rare and high-grade coins perform best at reputable auctions. Look for platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Reach out to coin dealers or private collectors. They're often willing to pay top dollar for rare finds. The coin market can fluctuate, so keep an eye on recent sales and silver prices to maximize your profit. Cut to a montage of coins being pulled from jars, drawers, and old collections. So, could you have a $96,910 coin hiding in plain sight? It's possible. Check your loose change, old piggy banks, or inherited collections. Even if you don't hit the jackpot, finding a silver quarter is still a win. Who knew a small, ordinary quarter could be worth so much? Whether it's the silver content, a rare error, or pristine condition, the 1963 Washington quarter is proof that treasure can be found anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and comment below if you found any rare coins in your collection. Thanks for watching and happy hunting!